We had people telling us that they had skills or talents or things that they wanted to do, and it wasn't necessarily being leveraged by the organisation. We have a large volunteer population as well across our organisation, and they just really want to help us and they want to do things. But unless you know the right person who can help you, so that's sort of shoulder tapping, there's this huge pool of talent that we've got very little awareness of. If they've been through a recent recruitment process, we might know something, but if we've got someone who's worked here a very long period of time, we wouldn't have that recruitment data. It's just kind of reliant on organisational knowledge. So a part of what we wanted to do is to understand who we have across the organisation, what their passions, interests and desires are, and to be able to leverage that information. We are capturing skill data through development plans and through skills communities and profiles and all of those areas, and starting to give us more information around our people. How we're using that right now is we're starting to look at what it is that our people want to grow, as well as based on our strategy, what we need to grow, and doing almost gap analysis, but we think both sets of data are important. So obviously what we need to be successful for an organisation, we need to be growing that with our people, but also what our people want to grow is just as important. So we know that if I'm growing, no matter what type of growth that is, it actually impacts the organisation. There's all sorts of skills that you learn along the way, which might not be as obvious. We recently did a little workshop on caring for houseplants, which some people think is just interesting. And the people I met in that half-hour conversation, I built some relationships that I may not have formed before, and learnt about some other people across this organisation through that commonality of liking to kill, and not intentionally, houseplants. So yeah, that individual level is just as important at the organisation level. But the other thing we know is when we push people to Bridge for something that interests them, so if they click on a workshop to do something that interests them, when they're there, they're more likely to see some of that other stuff that they might not necessarily click through to. So what we're seeing is when we're pushing people to Bridge for performance conversations, our learning activity goes up at that stage at the same time, and we're not pushing them to learning, but when they're in there, they're getting around and having a play and those sorts of things as well.